Hey everybody, it is Brent Daniels, TTP, and I am going to break down the exact tools, the exact resources that we use every single day in our business when we are talking about getting deals from our Driving for Dollars list.
Ain't nothing gonna stop this fire.
I can't believe this business is so incredible, and if I can do this, every single one of you can do this. Every single one of you.
Something higher. Ain't nothing gonna stop this fire.
Well, you know that I highly encourage you to go out there every single day and build up your Driving for Dollars database. It is custom. It is only you will have that list, right? Because you're going to be driving in different areas. You're going to be picking properties that fit the best for you. Now you can get other people to do that. That's what's phenomenal. So we use the Deal Machine app. Obviously, make sure you use the coupon code TTP. You get $9 off a month. Just do it. It's awesome. TTP on the coupon code. But we use it as a whole team. I've got 5 drivers right now. 4 of them come in. There's 2 ways that you can get drivers to work for you. One is trade your time. Okay, honestly, trade your time. Every Wednesday from 1 to 2, my 4 drivers come in and I give them an hour of time where we do training, we talk about deals, we comp some properties. It's phenomenal. And they go out and they have to get me a certain amount of properties every single week. Now, the 5th driver that I have is my Aunt Dixie. Now, I pay her $20 an hour. Now, listen, you can adjust that however you want it, but I read this infographic thing on Instagram, kind of weird, but it said if you want to keep wealth in your family, then hire your family, which I thought was really cool. So maybe that resonates with you a little bit. So my Aunt Dixie went and she drove. So I'm going to give you a true example of what she did. So I'm going to go in here. This is when you log in on your computer. Now, Deal Machine is an app. Obviously, you're driving around with it, but the back end is on your computer. This is where all the magic happens when you're pulling your information. So you want to go here. Right here in the top right is your filter. Now, what I want to do is I want to filter by not everybody in my team, but just Aunt Dixie. Okay, just my aunt. And then I want to look at the dates that she went. Now, I know that let's get rid of this. Let's go here to here is when she was driving, and I'm going to filter that. It's that easy. Save filters, bippity boppity boo. I look at this and 660 that she drove and uploaded in that week. So all I do is I press export. Boom. Now I've got the owner's information. I've got the address. I've got the mailing address. It's bananas. It truly is bananas. All the information comes down here. I then go to batchskiptracing.com. Obviously, I have this pulled up. It's interesting. The pricing here. Listen, use the code TTP. You get it 18 cents an address. Okay, TTP code on the batch skip tracing. So I upload it to batch. Sometimes I get it back within 15 minutes. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer, but you always get it back within 24 hours. And now you've got that hot list in your hands. You got the addresses, you got the phone numbers. You're ready to go. You're going to upload it, and you can either right now at this moment you can call them, you can hand dial them, or what I suggest you do is you put them into a dialer. We use Mojo Cells, but here's the thing. There's a little bit of nuance here. We use Mojo Cells here in the continental US. It works really well. Now, if you're going to hire people in the Philippines or in Costa Rica or in India, or if you're going to outsource outside of the US, I highly suggest ZenCall. That's with an X. Now we're just starting it, and I'll break this down in a different video, but it has a better connection rate. There's a little bit of delay with Mojo when you're overseas, or if you're calling over the internet. I think an IP or something. Is that what it's called? I don't know. Yeah, I'm messing everybody here. Who knows? Yeah, you guys get it. Somebody's screaming at me on the other side. So anyway, I put them into Mojo, and then because I'm in the position that I've been doing this for so long, the business is built up, I've outsourced it to these guys. I've outsourced my calls to call motivated sellers. They're the best of the best of the best. Now, they're not cheap, but they're definitely worth it if you look at it from a return on investment standpoint. These guys are phenomenal. I've been using them for over 2 years. So I'm just showing you the exact life cycle here of what I do in my business. This doesn't necessarily fit you perfectly, but you can see kind of the progression. If you're not here yet, then you will be. If you keep making these calls, if you keep getting these deals by being proactive, okay? But if you're calling yourself, just put it into the Mojo Dial, call them yourself, have those quality conversations, get those appointments, lock up the deals. Life is great. But if you want to, once you're ready to scale, then we go to callmotivatedsellers.com and let them rip and run and just send in the leads. Now, when they send in leads to us, it goes to my virtual assistant. And a lot of people have asked me, where do you get your virtual assistants? So I get it at Upwork. I literally put an ad out in Upwork, and you get a ton of talent. I'm telling you, people that are university educated for $4, $5, $6 an hour. The world is open. It's 2019. There's so much opportunity to get amazing talent, and I find it's the easiest at Upwork.com. Now, when these guys, the Call Motivated Sellers guys, send over my lead to my virtual assistant, she will put it into our contact management, or CRM. And from there, it gets assigned to two of my acquisition managers, Julie or Alejandra. And then from there, they're going to do constant follow-up. We're going to get the appointment, and we're going to get the contract signed, or we're going to disqualify that lead, because nothing is worse than spending a ton of time with people that'll never do business with you. So it is my acquisition manager's job to pre-qualify those sellers if we didn't get it the first time around with the Call Motivated Sellers guys, with our phone prospectors, okay, or with you. If you don't get it, now oftentimes the first contact you have with somebody, they're not going to open up as much as they will after you've built a relationship with them, after they've got some trust in you, that you've talked to them a few times, your personality is coming through, your charisma is coming through, your communication style is coming through, your certainty and likability, your optimism, your kindness is all coming through. They're going to start to answer the questions that you ask, and they're going to start getting pre-qualified, okay? The people that won't, get rid of them. Listen to me. Get rid of them, okay? And then because my aunt was driving 2 hours north of Phoenix in a town called Flagstaff, I went to, I didn't have access to the MLS up there. It's a different MLS. So I was like, how do I get access to the MLS? Well, I do it here. I actually set this thing up, powered by PropStream, TTP data. Hold on, let me see if I can. Is that crazy? Is that a little weird? ttpdata.com. Go to ttpdata.com. It's 7 days free to pull this up. And then once you're in there, it's got phenomenal stuff here. I was already playing around with it a little bit here. But if you look, I just put in Flagstaff, Arizona, I put search, and I've got the MLS data, I've got the pre-foreclosures, I've got auctions going on, I've got the cash buyers, I've got properties that have liens. I can go after the properties that have liens here and see and call up those homeowners and see if they would consider an offer, because they're not paying some debt there. Why aren't they paying that? Is that a sign of distress? This thing is so robust and phenomenal. I'll do a whole video on it, but this is where we go when we comp outside of Phoenix. When we're getting the comparables, when we're trying to figure out the valuation outside of Phoenix, go to ttpdata.com and pull up all this stuff. It's phenomenal. And then from there, really, we're doing our due diligence. If it's a deal, then we are going to get it under contract. Now, we use a 3-page contract. I did do a video where I added the contract in a link to that video, so definitely go search for that and find that, and you can get the contract we use. I always suggest, little asterisk, I always suggest that you take it to a real estate attorney in your state to make sure all the verbiage is in there. That is required, okay? And then from there, all we do, we have a great appointment, because we've already pre-qualified them, right? I keep pounding it. The 4 pillars of pre-qualifying, okay? There is the condition of the property, the timeline to sell, their motivation, and their price. You have to pre-qualify every single time, guys. It's going to save you so much heartache, okay? So much brain space, so much brain damage when you think somebody's going to be a deal and they're actually not a deal. So make sure you're pre-qualifying every single time. I know you will. You guys are the absolute best. And then from there, we sign it up and we blast it out to our cash buyers. We get a buyer that we really like, and we assign the property to them. We get an assignment fee. Our average assignment fee is $27,000, because we lock them low, we lock our prices in low, and we have a amazing buyer database. That's the 2 most important things to get those big fees, and we rock and roll. And that's really it. Guys, you can use every single one of these tools that I talked about here and just take your game up to the next level. They're absolutely phenomenal tools. I highly recommend it because I use them. We use them. So that's that. If you guys are interested in, oh, it's another picture of me. Jeez Louise. If you are interested in joining the most proactive group in real estate investing, go to wholesalinginc.com/TTP. That's wholesalinginc.com/TTP. Go check out what the TTP family is all about, what the TTP program is all about, and then keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. You guys get it. There's just a phenomenal amount of testimonials because people are taking the TTP philosophy, the TTP program seriously. They're going out into their community and they're just doing an amazing amount of business. So check that out. And if you do sign up for the TTP program and the TTP family, you work with me personally one-on-one, and I'd love to do that. So if that's you, definitely go book a call and we'll get rocking and rolling. But other than that, if you're out there and you're doing it, here's the tools to use. Go out and crush it. Take serious action. And remember, it all comes down to having quality conversations with distressed property owners. If you do that, you win. You win every time. You are going to be so amazing in this business. So until next time, guys, you are the absolute best. Please leave any comments down below if you've used these tools. If you've got some questions about them, we'd love to answer some questions about them. But definitely comment down below, subscribe, hit the bell, do all that jazz. Until next time, I love you. See ya.